Welcome everyone to the training for your new Wildix web collaboration extension. We're excited to show you all the great features on here. There's a lot of great things that you're able to access on here, and so we're excited to be able to show you. So to start off, we'll want to open up Google Chrome. You can use multiple web browsers to access this, but Google Chrome, we've learned, has worked by far the best, and there's never really any problems with Google Chrome and this certain web browser extension. So we ask that you use Google Chrome when you use this. It's always been the best for any of our customers. So, all right, so we'll open up Google Chrome here. You'll want to go up to the top on your URL page here, or the bar, and you will type in the web browser, the URL link that we gave you, that we sent out in emails before the install. So typically it's the end tag of your email for your company email. So for example, for us, it's pulseut, and then .wildxin.com. The slash collaboration you don't need to put in. It will automatically put it in once you start loading it. It's first going to take you to a web page that's going to have a blue screen like this, and it's going to ask if you can go to the secure version or unsecure. Make sure that you click secure version. That's just what will work out the best. It's going to allow you to have security, and there's nothing that will be entering into your computer, so no worries there. Then for your login, you'll put in your extension number here. And then your password, the default password that we give you all at the beginning is 12345, capital A, lowercase b, and then the pound symbol. You can change this password later. I'll show you here in a second, but just make sure that it's at least 8 characters. You have a capital letter, lowercase letter, and then you have some type of symbol in there as well, and a number. Okay, we'll click login here. When you first come to the page, it's going to take you to one of these pages here. It's going to ask, the number one thing that you're going to see pop up first is install browser extension here on the right side. Make sure that you click install there. This is only the first time that you have to do this, only when you first set it up. You'll click add to Chrome here and then add extension. You'll let that load. You'll see it says remove from Chrome. You can just clear out any other notifications and then exit out of that tab. And one other thing we recommend is up in the top right corner of your monitor, you'll click on that little puzzle piece there on extensions and pin the Wildix collaboration down there. So now that puts a little W here at the top. So if you're ever out on a new tab and you click on that W, it will launch this page again for you and take you back to here. So if you ever close out of here, you can always have that just sitting up there at the top, which is great. So you'll also get over here on the left side, you're going to get different notifications that ask to allow your notifications, ask to allow your microphone, all those different things. I would just make sure that you allow for sure notifications and for sure microphone. Allow access to your location, you do not have to do. That's just something that can add more features into here when you change different settings and you're able to put in your location for it. So you don't have to have that. You can put that there if you choose. But just make sure you at least do notifications and your microphone and you install the web browser there. All right. I'll take you over to the right side up here at the top where it says settings. On here, it's going to first take you to this personal tab here. When you first load on, you'll see there's a pencil by the word password over here. If you click the pencil, you're able to type in your current password and put in the new one. Just as a reminder, it has to be up to 8 characters, a letter, a number, a symbol, any of those, and it has to be up to 8. And you'll see as you're typing, it will let you know if it meets the requirements or not. Down here, you can also change your mobile number. We, by default, load in everyone's mobile numbers into their profile. You don't have to have it on there, so you're able to remove that there. You'll just simply backspace it out there. And then just down here at the bottom, you'll click Save. You also are able to change your language here. you're also able to upload a picture of yourself. So you'll see up here by my profile, where on your profile it's going to show just initials at the top. If you want, you can upload a picture into there as well. You can change your date format here, your AM, PM, or military time clock, all that thing. Let's see. Everything else on here, I wouldn't really worry about changing. You can call us if you have any questions. But that is where I'd say that you would probably need to focus on for your personal page here. If you go to features here on the left, this page, it's going to look confusing at first. Now, don't worry too much. As I explained, it'll make more sense. But one thing we want to emphasize here on this page is to be careful with the changes you make. There are this is where call routing and how calls route into your extension, where it's changed. So you could really mess up some calls here. So we ask that you kind of be careful here, and if you're confused on what you're changing, or you feel like you might have made too many changes and you don't know how to get it back, you can call us and we're happy to set it back to your default. So by default, everyone's user profile will look like this. So to help you kind of understand what this page is a little bit more, I'm going to show you up here at the top right by my name. So you'll see I have a little red dot and it says change status. So if I click on that, you'll see that I have 3 different statuses here. There's available, away, and do not disturb. So on these 3 statuses here, on these 3 statuses, the top one, available, means that you're ready to receive calls. You're available. Away is if you're, for example, stepping out to lunch or something, or if you need to step out of the office for a little bit, whatever it may be. Or do not disturb. That's if you're like in a meeting, or if you're on vacation, or you need to set your phone into a do not disturb setting. You're able to do that. You'll click on those statuses that you want to change into, and you'll see there's this little checkbox here as well, that you're able to then change the date and time of when you come out of that time or that status. So for example, for me right now, I'll come out today on the 15th at 4:45 p.m. out of do not disturb and go back to available. I can also set it further in advance and change the time down here. You just click on that, and then when you're done, you click done there. And then you're also able to type in what you are gone for. So you could say grabbing snacks. If you want to do that, then you can do that. You can type in whatever you need to there, and you can kind of put in your reason. And then when you're done changing your status, you'll click OK there. Also, if you don't want to put a time in there, sorry if my mouse wants to work here. Sorry about that. Give me just 1 second. Okay, there we go. If you don't want to put in a time, you want to just leave it on that status for as long as you can or want, you just unclick this little box here, and that keeps you in that status for as long as you need to be. Sorry, my mouse is kind of lagging here. Okay, so along with those statuses, this is where this will kind of help you understand this page a bit more. So when you're in those different statuses, you're able to change how calls route to your phone. So this first column here is for your available, when you're in available status. This middle column here is when you're in do not disturb, and this far right one is for your away. So when you're in these different statuses, this is how you change how calls are routed to you. So by default, for do not disturb and away, we have everyone, their calls being forwarded to voicemail, and that's just, they go straight to voicemail once you're in those statuses. For your available status, you'll have call forward busy on, call forward no answer, and call waiting turned on, and call time out, and it should be for 24 seconds typically by default. That's about 4 rings for a normal phone. And then you can also change your ringtones down here at the bottom. You're able to click on one and select what you want. And then anytime you make any changes on here, make sure that you click save here, because that will save the settings that you make, and then the changes will be sunk into your system. You'll see also here on the top, it shows internal, and then if you click on external, this is for your calls that are coming from the outside world into your office. Internal is for all your coworkers and colleagues that you're calling within the office or when they're calling you. This is the rule pattern that they follow in there. So you'll see there's these different statuses here that you're able to change. Okay. Once again, if you guys have any questions, please don't ever hesitate to reach out or call us or email us, whatever it is that works best for you. Please always reach out to us. We're happy to help you. We offer free lifetime training on these products, so don't ever feel like you're burdening us. We want to make sure that you know how to use this and you love it and it's helpful to you. Okay, I'll go over here on the left side now where it says FN keys. So here, this is where you're able to kind of build your own speed dials and little one-click buttons for your phone and also for the web browser extension here. So on here, the main two things that you'll really need to worry about on this page is if you click on this drop-down menu up here, you have a colleague and then down here a speed dial. The difference between these two options is colleague is to make a speed dial for people that are within your office, people that are on the same phone system as you, in all your coworkers. Then speed dial is for creating a speed dial for people that are outside of your office. So if you have a certain customer or a vendor or another company that you call a lot, you're able to build a little speed dial for them as well, just a one-click button. So I'll show you here. I'll click on colleague and I'll click on speed dial and kind of show you how to build both of those. When you load a new colleague, by default, you'll see down here at the bottom that this little eyeball turns on automatically. We recommend that you turn that off. You'll see it says view calls there. What view calls means is whenever that person gets a call, you'll get a little notification that they're getting a call and who it's from. So turn that off. You can keep it on if you'd like. It's just personally kind of gets a little annoying for most people. And then this little speaker, you don't ever have to turn this on either. That's just whenever that person gets a call, you get a little notification for it as well. But then this black arrow, you'll want to turn that on there because that gives you the ability to direct transfer to people. So if you ever just need to send a call straight to them, you're able to turn that on. Then for colleague here, you will click on this little drop down here, and we have everyone in your phone system preloaded onto here. So you'll see everyone here on our phone system at the office here. We have all their names. So if I were to click on Mike here and load him in, then I can now have a speed dial for Mike. I'll show you where that goes here in a second. And then for speed dial here, you can turn on this arrow here if you ever want to direct transfer calls to another number. But what you'll do is here on the drop down menu, you'll type in a phone number. So I'll just type in our office number here, and then I'll put in the label here on the left side. So the number goes here on the right side. Whenever you type in a number, just as a kind of a heads up to whenever you type in a new number or put in a number, make sure you click on the bottom where it's loaded, like the blue highlighted part. If you click on that, that loads the number into the menu there. So then it will be sunk and saved into there. And then on the left side, you'll just type in the label of what you want that speed dial to appear as. You can once again turn on that direct transfer if you'd like for a speed dial, if you ever need to do that. And then you'll click Save here. Now I'll show you here in just a couple minutes where those go. I'm going to stay here on the Settings tab though. Now if we go to Fax Server here, this is where you're able to, if you have e-faxing that you've allowed for your phone system, if you're doing that through us, then you're able to upload a company logo here and you're able to do e-faxing. The way that you do a fax is you'll click on this plus button up here and you'll see it says Send Fax. Click on that. You type in the fax number here, you choose a file from your computer that you're going to send as a fax, and then you'll click fax cover. If you'd like to put in a cover, you can put in a subject, to who it's to, phone number, company, all that good stuff. You can mark if it's urgent or if you need a reply, any of those things. And then you can also postpone the delivery too and choose the date and time that it's going to send out if you want to do that. When you're ready to send the fax off, you'll click this little paper airplane down here at the bottom. Okay. Once again, if you make changes on here, click Save. Chat preference. This isn't something that most of our customers ever really need to worry about. There are some features in here that you can do. Probably the biggest thing on here that's a pretty cool thing to do is you can put a custom status. So you can see here for myself, I put a little lunch status. Whenever I go out to lunch, I can put my phone into that status and it just automatically has a timer to turn off after 1 hour. So you can choose, let's do do not disturb. And we'll do, actually let's do this. This is more prevalent to the world now. Do Zoom meeting. And let's do an hour and 15 minutes here. We'll click plus there. So now it takes a little bit to load in here once I hit save. And then I click on my statuses up here. You'll see down here at the bottom it says Zoom meeting. So once I click that, it will automatically load my phone into that status for the next hour and 15 minutes, and you'll see it says Zoom meeting there. Or if I want to click lunch, it puts me into lunch for the next hour because I've set up these custom statuses here. You can also just click on the basic status, sorry. You can click on the basic status here and just leave it in that status, and that works just as good. But you can set up custom statuses for just quick little automatic time offs, which are nice to have. Down here on Contact Center, this is if we've set up your company with different call groups. This is typically mainly for companies that have a call center type of setup in their company. So if you need to sign on and sign into your call center, then you'll click sign on here, and then you'll click on the call group that you want to be set into, and then you'll click save here. Once again, this contact center is only if you have a call center type of place in your company. Web phone here, you're able to set up the different your devices here, so you can set up speakers and your microphone of where all your information is input and outputted from. And then once again, make sure you click save anytime you make changes. Outlook down here, there's not really much that you need to worry about on here. If you have any questions on here, you're welcome to call us, but don't ever worry about having to kind of mess around too much with this. We have a default setting that works for so far everyone. If you click on extensions down here at the bottom, this is where you are able to see the different extensions that you need to have installed. Number one, first and foremost, for your web browser phone here to work, you need to have the browser extension installed. That's the first thing that pops up here on the right when you first log in for the very first time, and I showed you at the beginning. Make sure that you install that. Fax printer, if you want to print your faxes, you're able to do that from here. TappyDriver, this is if you install your Outlook integration. So if you use Outlook for your company, you're able to have different integrations from Outlook that allow you to be able to go into your contacts on Outlook and just click on their names in there and call them, and it will link to your phone on here. So that's a nice feature. If you install that Outlook, make sure that you install the TappyDriver as well. I have this currently installed. I don't use Outlook, so that's why I don't have the TappyDriver installed right now. But so I may look like a bad example here, but if you install Outlook, make sure you install the TappyDriver up here as well. If you're going to have a headset, you'll install that as well. A screen sharing component, you can install that. You're able to do screen sharing with people within your own office, which is a nice feature to have if you ever need to show someone in your office different things. and then integration for CDR view. And then once again, some of these things don't apply to the majority of our customers, but if you have questions about them, please feel free to always call us. Okay, now that all that stuff is done and hopefully not over your head, I know it's a lot of info at first, but stay with me here. This is the easier part now here. So we'll go through these buttons up here at the top. So this is your voicemail. You're able to access your voicemails on here. So you'll see here, if I click on this voicemail here, it pulls up a screen.
This is Todd from Growth Menu.
So if I click on that, that will pull up that little menu that I just showed you where you're able to play that voicemail. If you click on it also and click on these three dots here, you're able to download that voicemail. And then you can have that voicemail to email off. All your emails should also come through on in your email as well. We have that set up by default for everyone that your emails will come into your voicemails will come in through your email. Here on your voicemail page, if you want to delete your voicemails, also as a just for your information, that if you delete voicemails from here or listen to them from here, that syncs up to your desk phone as well. So kind of a nice feature. Everything's all hooked up together in here. If you're going to delete your voicemails, though, you can select on these boxes here what you want to delete, or you can click on this box to select all of them, and then you'll click on this trash can to delete them. What this eyeball does, it just marks the voicemails as read. Okay, up here at the top, again on the clock with the little arrow around it, that's your call history. On here, you're able to look through all your call history. Any of your red calls on here will be marked. These are your missed calls. You're able to also look over here on the date that they came in, how long they went for. On this little funnel here on the top left, you're able to type in different names. So let's do... I type in that name here, so you can see all the calls that I have with this person here. If I click on all, here, I'm able to choose and filter through if I want to look through all my calls, my incoming, my outgoing, my missed, my faxed in, faxed out, any of my archive calls. I'm able to look through that and you kind of filter out there. You can set the date, what date you want to look through. So there's all that for your voicemail. So the phone book here, up at the top, middle, and this is where all your contacts will be found here. Whoops. All your contacts will be found in here for your company. You can also filter through if you want to just look at just your colleagues, or we can set up also just certain departments, like if you wanted to have all sales, or you can have, if you have a customer list or some vendors that you want as a phone book, then we're able to set that up for you as well. All we'll just need is in a Google Sheet format or an Excel format. Then if you have those contacts in that type of format, you can email that to us and we're able to upload. Okay, then this chat here, you're able to do chatting from here, which is a nice feature. You can send chats to people in your office. You can send different links that you need to. Down here at the bottom, you have a voice memo. So there's all of this here that you're able to send a voice recording and a file attachment and an emoji. Down here is up here is your function keys. This is those speed dials that I showed you how to build. They will all be placed here. You're able to click on the call button here or click on this messaging button here for chats. And then you can also click on this little three dots here where you have extended options. On these three dots here, you'll want to You have the options to chat, to call, to click their work number, their mobile number. You can send a post-it note. What a post-it is, it's kind of a cool thing. You're able to send like a digital sticky note. I'll show you kind of what they look like. If you click on personal reminder here, you're able to send one to yourself. Be happy. You can mark if it's important or just a normal one. If you click on that arrow or little paper airplane, it will show up on your coworker's screen kind of like this, or if you do a personal reminder, it'll show up like this for yourself. Over here on colleagues, so colleagues shows all of the speed dials for your entire office. So this is something that we build for you. It shows everyone's number. You'll see on the left, we can departmentalize different people. So if you have all your salespeople, we're able to set into those different departments, or your HR or administration, any of that, we're able to kind of departmentalize these people for you. You can see also from here all those that are available and ready to receive calls or online, all that good stuff. Let's see, if you have a certain video license, you'll need, I believe it's a business or premium, one of those two higher licenses. You can also do video conferencing as well. Once again, most of our customers do not have that. So if you want to call us and kind of learn how to do that, please feel free to do that. This video, once again, is just kind of a general video to help train everyone. Here, this plus symbol, you're able, SMS is, once again, what most of our customers do not have. So don't worry about that. This is where you send a fax though. You can send a post-it, or you can also build a group chat from that as well. Okay, now for the actual calling, for actual calling phone numbers, what you'll do is you'll dial the number here. So I'll do cell phone here, and then if I click on web right here, this little drop down, I'm able to choose where I want to send that call out from. So web is to send the call and talk from my web phone. A vision is that's my desk phone. That's the model of the desk phone that I have. Some of you, it may say workforce phone, or that whatever phone model that you have and purchased from us. Mobile, it sends your call to your mobile phone. And then if you click any, that rings all of your devices, and then you choose what one you want to send that from. If you need to add a device, you'll click on that too as well. Once again, you can call us and ask us kind of how to do that setup for that as well. So I'll press call here. Okay. Alrighty. So from the call here, I'll show you, there's two screens here because I called myself. Typically it's just one little pop-up thing. So sorry, this might look extra confusing, but how to control the call, what you'll do here. So this top one is my call control. So this handset right here, this is where you hang up. If you click on this little pause button here, this throws them on hold. You'll start blinking. Take them off hold, you press it again. If you want to transfer the call, well, let me come back to that actually, because it'll take us a few more steps in, so I'll come back to that. So record, if you want to record a call, you'll click on the record there. And then if you want to end the recording, you'll click it there. What that does is that will send an MP3 file. You'll have that saved into your call history up here at the top, so you can access the call recording from there. And then you have your dial pad here, where if you want to dial a new number to add into an extension number, you can call them in. And then once they answer the call, you'll then click on this little drop down and hit conference. That will then merge your calls together. Then if you click screen here, if you're calling someone within your office, you're able to do a screen share. You can do a video call. Continuity, what that does is, let's say you're about to walk out of the office and you want to send the call to your cell phone. You can click on your cell phone there, and that will send the call off to your cell phone. So you can continue the call in there, just immediately continuing it. And then transfer, So there's two things you can do for transfer. If you're on your colleagues tab here, like I am, with all these people and these contacts loaded here, and you have a call here, you can actually click on this handset and drag it onto someone's name. You'll see how there's that green box now around Lexi's name here. If I were to drop that call, that would send it off to her. I can also click on this arrow here and type in someone's name, or you can type in their extension number, either or works. And then you have the option here to send it to their voicemail. You can call them first and let them know that they have a call, and then you can press transfer and send the call off to them. Or you can just press transfer and just send the call immediately straight off to them. And then lastly, right here, this little microphone with the slash through it, that's how you mute yourself so the caller can't hear you. Okay. Well, that's it pretty much for the kind of basic usage of this wonderful program on here. Once again, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to call us. We here at Pulse Technologies, we want to make sure that our customers know how to use these products. They love them. We offer free, once again, free lifetime training. We emphasize this over and over again. We've had customers in the past where they're very frustrated or they don't understand how to do something, and it's just a simple not, knowing, which is okay. It's a new phone system, so don't ever hesitate to reach out and call us. We are here to help you. We're here to make sure that this is a breeze and everything works out well for you. So once again, we're happy to be with you. We're happy to be doing business with you. So thank you again for your time.